The White Door is a puzzle video game developed by Rusty Lake. It was released on January 9, 2020. The White Door story follows Robert Hill, who wakes up in a mental health facility having lost his memory. Gradually, through puzzle solvings and dreams, the game reviews Robert's life before the facility, including her love for Laura, her death, and his role in a traumatic incident where he briefly became a corrupted soul. The facility is revealed to be a place designed to extract memories and turn them into black cubes. In the end of the game, nurse Sarah White helps Robert and everyone escape the facility. What's really interesting with this game is back in early 2020, there was an alternate reality part of the game. I only started playing this game 6 years later. How much will I still be able to find out about this alternate reality game? Let's see. In order to trigger the alternate reality part during your third dream, when you see a car with the white door sign, hold onto it until a black silhouetted man comes out. Then, if you continue the game as usual, when watching TV at the end, you will see this phone number. Note that if you did not stop the car with the white door sign and let the silhouetted man come out, this number will not appear. Seeing this number, you will have already entered an alternate reality game. Because this is a real number from the Netherlands, Rusty Lake's headquarters, even after making sure that my phone is set up for international calls, I still was not able to reach the number.
We're not able to make calls to this number.
So the entry point of this alternate reality game is not currently active. Thankfully, the internet has records. If I had a time machine and called this number, I would have been told to go to this website. The nice thing is, the website is still up. Now the puzzle begins. The main objective of this game is to get Dr. Horn's passcode, and that will allow us to get into a secret level in the game. In order to retrieve Dr. Horn's passcode, we need to fill out this mental health test in a very specific way given by the hints scattered around the website. In the image we see directly above, the person is checking off the first box of the first question on the form. Thus, the answer to the first question of the test should be the first box. Another way to know that this is the right answer to the first question is that we can see the file name of this image contains the number 1. Now we are looking for hints on the website for the answers to the mental health test. On the contact page, the picture has the first box checked. The file name tells us that this is the answer to the second question. On the About Us page, the picture of Dr. Gonzalez seems to have a checked box on his lab coat. The file name suggests that this is the key to the third question, and it should be the fifth box checked. To find the answer for the fourth question, on the research page, the plot of figure 4 intersect at 3 on the y-axis. Also note that since probability can't exceed 1, you already know their research and their mental health facility is very fishy. Also on the research page, in the first image, we see that the fourth box is checked on the blackboard. The file name tells us it's the answer to the fifth question. We can also double confirm this is the answer to the fifth question because the caption underneath says, "Our 5 doctors." Continue on. Figure 6 looks like a braille code. It translates to a black cube. That's the answer to the sixth question. Continue on the research page of the website. Figure 7 is a histogram. The y-axis goes from 1 to 26. And there happens to be 26 letters in English alphabet. If we correlate each bar with a letter based on their order in the alphabet, we get the word enlightenment. And that's the answer for the 7th question on the test. To find the answer to the 8th question on the test, we need to navigate to the service page of the website. Here, we need to pull out the HTML source code. If you're using Google Chrome, use Ctrl-U for Windows and Ctrl-Command-U for Mac. In the source code, you will see a series of commented out numbers. The 8 equals part seems to suggest that it's the answer for the 8th problem. However, it was not very obvious to me how you would know that the answer to the 8th question is on the page prior to checking the source code. The link to the 8th question and the motivation to check the source code is not there for me. If any of our viewers know, please comment below. Regardless, if we take the corresponding letter for each bullet point, we get the phrase, "a cabin at a lake." And that's the answer for the 8th problem. The answer to the 9th question can be found on the testimonials page, where after the name of the last person, there is a 9 indicating it's the answer to the 9th question. The testimonial reads, "Mental health is one of the most important life values, yet I was never sure how to improve my state of being. Chasing happiness did not help me any further. On one morning, I heard about this wonderful institute. Running away from my problems wouldn't be the solution. Right away, I called the White Door. Unprejudiced, they took me in. Personal attention helped me through the program. Testing my memory was not easy in the beginning. Every time, I had to use my perseverance. In doing so, I became stronger and stronger. Strength like this was something I never experienced before. Over the course of 1 week, I was reborn, thanks to the white door. Reads normal? If we take the first letter from each sentence, including the initial of the name, we get the phrase, my corrupted soul. And that's the answer for the 9th question. The answer to the last question on the test, what is the past, is right on the home page. The past is never dead. Now we have collected the answers to all the 10 questions of the mental health test. After we enter the right answers, we get into this web page that resembles a command prompt. Here we choose to log in as T. Horn. You may have questions about why we choose Dr. Horn. There are a couple reasons. One is that Dr. Horn's profile appears first on the website. In addition, Rusty Lake YouTube channel has this video about the death of Dr. Horn.
Youth, Maurice, and now, scared, wish, and this.
Here's another hint that I think is not accessible right now. According to the information I can find online, if you email their email address on the contact page, you may get access to an interview article with Dr. Horn. I can't seem to access the interview through other means, and their email address is no longer accessible just like the phone number. But I found an image of it online. If any of our viewers know how this interview article can still be accessed, please leave a comment below. Anyhow, in the interview article, there are a couple of important pieces of information. The hidden words in the blank space after the sentence, I have a particular interest in Van Gogh's work. It says, bedroom in Arles. Because I couldn't find the original article, I got this answer from App Unwrapper's Guide. This is the answer to a security question we'll encounter later. We also learned that Dr. Horn's daughter's name is Kirsten Horn. It turns out that she has an YouTube page with a video of her father playing ping pong. Take note of the high score by counting the number of bounces of the ping pong ball. It's 53. Kirsten also has an Instagram account. This page hides a lot of answers to the questions that we will be prompted in the command prompt later, such as the name of their dog. Coming back to the command line, we are asked to enter Dr. Horn's passcode. Here, you don't know the passcode, and it does not matter. Just type anything. Then type S to reset the password. Now we need to answer these security questions correctly. We know the name of his daughter from the interview article, Kirsten. We can find the answer to the questions about the ingredient of the beet soup on Kirsten's Instagram. The name of their dog can be found in this picture. The answer to the favorite painting question is the bedroom in Arles, the answer we found in the blank space of the interview article earlier. We can find the answer to Dr. Horn's favorite tree in this photo. If you're not sure what the tree is, there is discussion in the comments and you can Google it. It's a chestnut tree. The answer to the question of Dr. Horn's favorite game is in this Instagram post. The high score with ping pong is what we counted in the YouTube video. Now that we have answers to all the questions, we're given the new password to Dr. Horn's account. It was while finishing this part of the game, it occurred to me how easy it is to bypass our security questions when we reveal too much of our personal information online in the name of sharing our lives. Now that we have the new password, we can go to the doctor login page and log in with Dr. Horn's credential. After we sign in, we have access to documents and cube locators. Under the document tab, we have access to folders of the patients or prisoners in the game. Each folder contains some documents. And these documents actually are clues that point to a physical location in real life where you can find a cube with access code to each prisoner. When the player enters the code, they put that pin on the map like this. It shows who found it, the location, and the basement code. Of course, after 6 years, it seems like all the cubes have been found. You will see that there is minimum evidence of where Robert Hill's location code is. Of course, we don't need to get Robert Hill's basement code to free him, but the cube is actually found at the site of Dr. Horn's death, and the code is actually hidden in the YouTube video. If we reverse the audio of the video At the end, the strange voice says,
7, 2, 8, 1, 0, 0, 3.
and that's the code for Robert Hill. Now that we got the basement code for all the prisoners, we can go back to the game and free all of them. After getting back into the game, we want to restart the Sarah chapter of the game. We log in as T-Horn using the passcode we got from the website. We select the basement. It shows an image of the breakfast table. We press it down until the table disappears. A ladder reveals itself. We climb down to access the escape chapter. In this part of the game, we finally found all the imprisoned patients. Using the basement access code we found on the website, we can finally free all the prisoners. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I definitely think it's a very cool game with an alternate reality component where you can find a cube in the physical world that ties back into the game. App Unwrapper's guide really helped me a lot in making this video. I'll post the link below. It is definitely a convoluted real-world puzzle to solve, but I like the idea. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe or leave a message below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.